Hello, this is a presentation about flipped learning and entrance ticket. We must remember that in flipped learning, the two important moments of the methodology are the individual space and the group space. The individual space is that moment when the student is alone, usually at home, trying to learn about the new topics. The steps to prepare the material for the pre-class moment are the following. First, we have to think about the content that we want to explain, that we want to present. It is better to make a video in order to show the importance of the content, to explain the different concepts. You can also use traditional materials, for example, a Word document to present the most important concepts of the topic that you are going to teach. And in that moment, you also have to make sure that your students have understood the presentation that you have prepared. Some of the options that you can use while watching the video or after watching the videos or after reading the material during the individual space are the following. You can prepare some true or false activities, ask your students to classify the content according to the different categories depending on the topics of the video. You can use multiple choice activities, present simple questions, and you can also ask them to take notes, and those notes can be useful for the group space moment. The idea of this presentation is to consider the entrance ticket as the link between the individual space and the group space. In the group space, at the moment when you meet your students in the classroom, you can ask them individually to complete some true or false activities in order to check that they have understood the contents from the pre-class video. You can also prepare multiple choice activities, ask them to tick the correct sentences or the correct ideas presented in the video. In that way, you are checking that they have watched the video and that they have understood the contents from the video. You can also ask your students to clarify important concepts, ask them to summarize or present the main steps in the different procedures if you are teaching, for example, some operations, some procedures in order to solve a situation. That's why you can use a case study to check, to test that your students know the main steps in order to solve a situation or to analyze a situation. You can also ask your students to prepare a poster collaboratively in order to post the most important contents from the lesson. And remember that if some students did not attend or did not complete the activities in the individual space, you can make them participate in different groups so they can work collaboratively, and those students who know more about the lesson, about the contents, can help those students who could not attend the video. I must say that the idea is not to replay the video in the group space moment. Another principle of the flipped learning methodology is that with the individual space fulfilled, you can make an event out of the class. So you can exploit the group space, the classroom moment. You can use that moment to make your students build something concrete, to produce something. You can also play games which are related, games or competitions which are related to the lesson, to the topic, to the contents that you are teaching. You can make your students use the knowledge that they have to back up a debate, yes, about different topics. And of course, you can also ask your students to analyze a case, so you can devote your time in case studies. One of the most important advantages of the flipped learning methodology is that you can use the classroom moment to integrate project-based learning, problem-based learning, use STEAM to produce something very relevant for your students. You can also apply programming, robotics, other sciences in the classroom to accompany the lessons. And you can also apply design thinking, so you can evaluate your students' competencies, and this is one of the real advantages of the flipped learning methodology, that you are working on competencies. Well, this was just a summary of the flipped learning methodology and some tips. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.